Well, good morning, folks. It's Ken Ring of www.predictweather.com. It's the 4th of July, and the moon is in Aries. It's the sign traditionally of rain and humidity, probably because these expressions, these characteristics were coined in the northern hemisphere, and when the moon's in Aries, it's coming up from the equator. There's the equator there, that white line on the globe, and as you can see, the moon is that side of that, so the moon's going north. And when it's coming up from the equator, if you're in the northern hemisphere, well, it's bringing up warm winds from the south, and they pick up sea moisture, and there's a lot of humidity in there. And also there's more warmth, and so you get convective rain out of that. So it's a pretty accurate sign for that. In the southern hemisphere, well, it's cleared the equator, so it's no longer dragging cold southerlies up over the country to the same extent. Although it's still cold, of course, it's winter time, but we're going to start to get some, once it gets further into the north, we're going to start to get some of the warmer equatorial winds being generated and throwing some cloud down here. And when you get some wind, well, it blows the rain in. And that'll happen over the next couple of days for the areas that are in the far north, also probably Hawke's Bay and the lower North Island. But I don't think it'll be a lasting thing, and most of the country, I would say, over the next 9 days is going to enjoy mostly dry weather. But you'll only hear about the parts of the country that rain, of course. Okay, so the moon has crossed the equator. It's heading north. It's also waning, and it's also heading towards the last quarter moon, which will be tomorrow. So pretty well down here in the southern hemisphere, things are quietening down. Tides are lessening, energies are going downwards. Everything is kind of almost coming to a halt, if you like. And so it's a good time to be harvesting if you're a gardener, because things are quiet in the ground. Things are not waterlogged, things have dried out, the water is quite a way down, and things are settled. So it's a good time to pick produce that are going to be preserved, because the energies are slower. In the northern hemisphere, things are humid, as we said before, because the moon is coming up from the south, bringing some rains with that. But in a few days' time, it's going to be tending cooler as the moon loses the southerly flows and starts to become affected more by being in the north. I think in Australia we have some rain in Western Australia coming up over the next few days, and also in the southeast coastal regions. Probably those will be the only areas to get a bit of rain over the next week. Any divers, it's good news for you coming up, because if you want to get out over the next few days, the tides are going to be the lowest for the month, and so you won't have to dive far to get stuff if you're diving for shellfish on the bottom, and the tides will be working themselves up to being the highest around the middle of the month. So still about 9 days or so left for that. Right at the moment, it's good fishing anywhere in the world. It's going to be good fishing till about Tuesday because of that last quarter moon, which is chiming in then. If you want to get out there and do some fishing, I'd get out there about 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 to 7 over the next couple of days. Okay, that's me. Thanks for watching. I hope I'll see you tomorrow.